Have you ever lost something that's not life or death, but it felt huge in the moment? Your keys, a wedding ring, an important document that's time-sensitive, would suddenly make the world seem to stop. What is the best thing you can do to make your memory recall where you put it? What is the fastest thing you can do to have someone helping you search suddenly find it in the oddest place? What if I told you there's a story in the Bible where God cared enough to step into a moment just like that? Long ago, during the time of Elisha, there was a school of young men training to serve God. They lived simply, devoted to prayer and learning. But their school had grown crowded, and so they set out to build a larger place near the Jordan River. In those days, tools were scarce, and iron was expensive. Many of the students had to borrow an axe, a tool none of them could afford to replace. Every swing of the sharp tool was a blessing from God to receive the gift of trust from the neighbors. But then it happened. The axe head flew off and sank into the river's depths.
Alas, master, for it was borrowed.
To lose it wasn't just embarrassing, it was a debt he could not repay.
Where did it fall?
Cutting a simple stick, he threw it into the river. And then, something impossible happened.
Is that the iron axe head floating to the surface?
And the young man reached out his hand and received back what was lost. This story may seem small, but it really holds some powerful truths. God cares about the details of your life. Nothing is too insignificant for him. Casting all your care upon him, for he careth for you. That's from 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 7. Just like the story where God performed a miracle to help someone with daily life, try to remember he cares about all our struggles and worries. The student didn't hide his mistake, and he admitted the axe was borrowed. That honesty actually opened the door for God's miracle. If we confess our sins, God is faithful and just to forgive us our sins and cleanse us from all unrighteousness. That's from 1 John chapter 1, verse 9. Sometimes we might think it's not important enough for God to care about, but God cares about us. He is willing and able to do anything that will help us get to know and love him. And finally, the floating axe head shows us that nothing is impossible for God. If he can make iron rise in water, he can lift the heaviest burden from your heart. For with God, nothing shall be impossible. That's from Luke chapter 1, verse 37. Whether it's your keys or your heart, God is willing to use every opportunity to show his love and mercy toward us. So, take the time to pause and ask God for his help. God's miracles are not only for the dramatic moments, but also for the ordinary ones. If he cared about a borrowed axe head, he surely cares about you. So let me ask you, what small burden do you need to give to him today? God cares about the little things. Trust him today.